bank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the result. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who be caught up in using what I was taught with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, outcast it like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's number one Chief Rock Knicks Universal main man, Uncle Freezy, and welcome to the premier Knicks and the Nighttime joint, the Knicks and Night podcast. I am the resident final stage boss of Lawrence Tears, Uncle Freezy. I'm joined by Colic, back to Ruben Sandwich, aka Coach Alpica, is in the building. Salute to everybody in the chat. Salute everybody watching us on X and on YouTube. Salute to everybody, man. Appreciate y'all again helping us march, get on our way to 200.
Yeah, I spelled Ruben wrong.
Subscribers. Salute to y'all, man. We're on our way, man. 250,000 subscribers, because that's a big number, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but we're on the way.
We're getting there.
Yeah, slowly but surely. So what do you think about the game tonight?
Man, first and foremost, something that stood out was Tyler Kolic's hot start. I know a lot of us were worried about how he looked his first two games, but he seemed to come out with a little more urgency. And, hey, let's face it, even if you're a fringe NBA player or you get hot, things can happen. So it looks like that's what was happening.
Yeah.
He was turning the ball over less, which was nice. I'm going to keep it a buck. Still a little sketch with a lot of ball pressure. Sometimes I think he picks up his dribble a little too early. But looks like Beauchamp, where he scored well the first game, had a rough second game. He came back in this game. The second half looked really comfortable and showing he can put up some points too. We had Diawara, who just continues to impress me, man. Some of his extra skills I didn't know he had, the ball handling, the vision on little quick inside passes, is obviously sprinting up and down the floor. I got a little personal coach crush on Luka Skuka. Something about him, to me, just catches my eye. His length and he can shoot, move his feet real well. Najee, it's tough with the rotations in summer league. They have to be, they have to see what they got. So sometimes there's some guys you want to see a little more, but you can't. Like guys like Najee.
Yeah.
But, Huck Porty, to me, I think he just has so much. He plays with a lot of energy, man. Just love the way he moves his feet.
Yep.
He does these little little subtle things with the ball in his hand that not that he needs to dribble a lot or anything, but he's comfortable enough to take about 4 or 5 dribbles, and to help it across the half court. Or, it looks like he knows how to find people on passes too.
Yeah, winning plays, bro.
Yeah, and it's those little things where you don't have those bigs that are cemented in the ground, like they won't even take one dribble. It's
Right.
But it looks like all the bigs on this summer league roster seem to do that, which is nice.
Hey, that's an interesting observation.
Yeah, because even Najee does it. I've noticed in little spurts.
Is that coached into them, or is that like a philosophy thing, or
I think it's a mix of who we've decided to bring in as far as the kind of bigger guys we brought in. Plus, I think it's a coaching concept that I think instead of standing there and doing a dribble handoff all the time, like we were doing before, go ahead and if no one's on you, don't stand there and wait for your guard or wing to come over and grab the ball. Go ahead and take a couple of dribbles if you need to, whatever.
Dribble till they make you pick it up.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, and I'm not saying the absence of McCullough and Dottier, because us as a fan base, and I'm sure the group of young guys that are there probably feel like those two guys had a little bit of the inside track to have the bulk of the looks, and now that those two guys were out, it seemed that's where Kolick and Ochamp and Diawara, them guys felt like they had more of the green light to kind of be more assertive. Maybe that's something that Kolick was trying to figure out the first 2 games. I don't know. I'm not trying to make excuses for him, but because it looked like there was a lot of, like when the dream team kind of the Olympic teams get put together, or teams where all the players are really good, and everyone figuring out that they're passing too much, like more than they know would. I almost feel like there's a thing like that going on. not that our summer league's an all-star team, but when guys like Kolick and they feel like they have to pass a couple extra times, maybe more than they normally would in the flow of a game, and that's where sometimes some turnovers come in, the forced pass. But yeah, man, that's kind of what I saw in the game.
Okay.
I definitely saw a better. It seemed like our energy with our footwork, staying in front of the offensive player, looked like we had a little more energy.
Right.
Staying on the ball, closing out.
Right.
So,
yeah,
it's less. It was less discouraging than the last game. I'll tell you that.
That is true. Now that's true.
Where in the past, the past few summer leagues, we always usually came out with maybe 1, 2, 3 names that we were like, oh, this guy.
Oh, Quentin Grimes is the GOAT.
Yeah, these guys look good. Let's give them a chance. Yeah. Like with this group, I mean, I mean, this is an exaggeration. I could see 8 players on this team have a legitimate
on summer league team.
Yeah, to have a chance to make a case to find a way to be on the roster, at least on a 2-way or whatever.
Yeah.
Like to me, it's Kolick, Ochamp, McCullough, Dottier, Huckporty, Najee, Diawara, and Stuka. And to be honest with you, even Watson.
You like Stuka though.
I like him, bro. There's something about him.
Right.
I just like, I mean, I have a thing for Euro guys already because I just really think they have a better base of basketball to start with than US. I mean, I love the USA. Don't get me wrong. You know,
Oh, there you go.
I'm a patriot. I'm a patriot and all, but bro, like, there's a reason why 3 or 4 of the best players in the world right now are from Europe. You know,
right.
They got factories going on over there. Like, they got 15, 16, 17-year-old kids inserting them in pro leagues and getting them ready early. Like they put them in academy. They have the academy system over there like they do with the soccer. You know, they treat basketball like that over there.
Right.
So, and all because the kid is 6'8" when he's 7th grader, 8th grader, they don't just stick him on the post and teach him only post moves. They teach him basketball first, all the fundamentals of basketball.
Right.
You know, that's why a lot of these bigs have so many fundamental skills over there.
And instincts, skills and instincts too.
Yeah. And, you know, I'm not saying they know something we don't know or they're better at it. It's just their brand of basketball is they're not all naturally as athletic as most US born players, you know. So they have to, you know, learn how to do things without being the best athlete first. To me, that's the best way.
That's the best way, right?
Yeah, and because if you are athletic, it just takes it even to the next level.
Right.
That's why when you get a guy like Giannis and, you know, these freaks, you know, so like, to me,
it's funny that you say that though. Just really quick on your on that point that you're making about athleticism. Now, it may be one of those things where they just don't look for the athlete. Like one of those things where it may not just be about guys aren't athletic. It may be about them not looking for the best athlete, right? Like for shoot, like soccer or something,
right?
You know what I'm saying? So it may be one of those things, man. So
yeah, and the thing is, you know, I'm not saying just for the sake of just he's a Euro. That's the tiebreaker. That means he's going to be good no matter what. You know, I'm just saying, like, if we're going to have a prospect that's close to being more ready to play, I mean, if you look at some of the young guys we do have, Diawara, you know, Euro experience, Huckporty from Germany, you know, Dottier.
Yeah.
So Najee, you know. Yep. So we got all these guys. They're obviously looking over there for a reason. Look at the resurgence of French players that are getting drafted now. They're all over. Now we have 2 of them.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we were ahead of the curve, but I guess the French thing wasn't ready yet. But Nina Keela,
French and Weiss,
yeah, they weren't ready for that level.
Yeah.
But, you know, maybe, and that's just it. It's almost like, you know, a lot of people complain about, like, you know, we're getting all these no-name bum guys from wherever, all these draft and stash guys. You know, sometimes it's like you said, you play in the percentages.
Yeah.
You know, you hope one of them hits because that's all it takes. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, look at you know, someone else I didn't mention that we want to give props. We talked about him in the we talked about him during the game quite a bit. Dink Pate.
I like him, bro.
He was showing some
Athleticism for
yeah,
sure.
and he has a knack for big guard getting some rebounds.
Yeah, and pushing it.
And he was pushing up the floor. One thing I did notice is you don't have any guards on this summer league, but he got some long athletes now that can actually push the ball up the floor. Like Diawara can do it, and Dink Pate looks like he can do it. You know, Skuka looks. I mean, we actually Diawara and Skuka both caught lobs. They're actually doing lobs, and you know, so
I like it, bro.
yeah, and something you know, I don't know why it wound up popping up. You know, after I don't know why it kept popping up in my head, like after the last summer league game when Kolek wasn't doing too well. You know, it made me remember last summer league, and you know, Jokovitis was in the mix, and I went on YouTube and just looked him up, and you know, and I was watching some highlights of him. I'm like, dang, bro. I don't know why I like that dude, man. I mean, I was thinking back in that old 2023 when Lithuania beat the U.S.
Yeah.
And I'm like, who is this Jokovitis kid? He was only 20. He was young back then.
Yeah.
And he was in there. I'm like, this guy can play.
Hooping.
Yeah.
Great passer.
Yeah. But I don't know if he, like you were saying, I think he wants a more concrete role on a team. You know what I'm saying?
At his age, of course he does. You know.
Yeah, which I don't blame him.
Yeah.
I mean, he might be the kind of guy that has to go to like a Brooklyn,
a young team.
Yeah, or some team of Utah. Yeah. But I don't know. It's tough to come in as a point guard in this league and just take over a team. Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't even do that to Ricky Rubio.
Yeah.
You know, because that was his thing when he came over. But I don't know. Like, so technically, we have one more big boy team slot and 3 2-ways, right? Is that how it goes?
I think something like that. I think.
So what did you see in this game? What are some of your takeaways?
I really didn't like the coaching, right? I really didn't like the coaching.
Mm-hmm.
I really dislike our lack of importance for the little stuff like free throws.
Yeah.
We gotta have them, bro. We gotta have them. Free stuff like free throws, man. We gotta have it. You feel me?
Yeah, I agree.
The ball pressure that teams sporadically put on us, I really dislike. Where teams feel like if we get into a flow, all they have to do is pressure the ball in the front court, and they'll throw us out of rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
And they do it because it's exactly that. If teams pressure us in the front court, they'll throw us out of rhythm. On the stuff that I did like watching long, elite, athletic wing players out in the open floor.
Mm-hmm.
I like the fact that Huck Porty looks like our backup big, right? I like that. It looks like Huck Porty won that job, right? The third center job looks like he won it, right? And but what it looks like to me though is it looks like you can play him with Cat or Mitch.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like that role. You know,
Yeah. Because I think he's athletic enough where he can defend. Like when he's playing with Mitch, he can defend a 4. Like
yeah.
and move his feet. You know,
Or he can switch onto another big, regardless if
right.
that big is 6'8" or 7'2". He
Right.
can do that. Like if they pull, for instance, if they pull Mitch away from the rim in the pick and roll, he can still be that weak side rim protector, give you some intimidation at the rim, or he can go out there in deep water and let Mitch be around the rim.
Right.
You know, Mitch hadn't had that since he's been here.
Right. Exactly.
I like how we got 3-point shots in our offense. I don't like the fact that we can't shoot threes.
I know, man. They don't seem to be falling.
Yeah, I really dislike that. I like the fact that we relocate and find 3-pointers. I don't like the fact that we can't shoot.
Yeah, because it seems like even in summer league, I mean, and this is why I used to get so frustrated during the games last year when OG and Mikhail or Deuce, Josh, they would miss these when you got the whole defense like closing in on Cat and Brunson, and you guys get a wide open look at 3, bro. I mean, you got summer league teams, guys you ain't never heard of hitting these threes the whole summer league against us. It's like
right.
some no-name guys in Boston, Brooklyn, all these games we've been in. It seems like every time the other team's got a wide open 3, they bang it on us every time.
Yep.
And it's like, it could be anybody. It's just, to me, a wide open 3 nowadays is the equivalent of a free throw. Like, to me,
yep.
Like guys that miss free throws are the kind of guys that miss wide open threes. In my eyes, it's like it's the same. It's the same. It's kind of I don't know if it's a mental thing or what.
That's like a rock in my shoe. That's like a rock in my Timberland. The free stuff should be free.
Yeah. And I'm not saying like you need to shoot 100% from 3 wide open, but there's a reason why league wide there's a stat, wide open threes. The percentage is like 6 or 7% more than contested threes. I mean, there's a reason, so that we just witnessed a season, and especially the playoffs, if we shot our wide open threes at just an average percentage, we didn't even have to shoot it as good as the 5th best offense in the league's average, which we were. If we just shot average, we might be talking about how we did in the finals this past year, because that was the difference of a lot of our games.
Bingo. Yep. Bingo. I'm with you, bro.
I mean, people could talk about the defense and the turnovers and, who's dribbling and the Cat's not taking enough shots. You can say all that crap you want. But if we had professional NBA guards and wing players who were supposed to make 45 to 50% of their wide open threes, or all of a sudden their offense doesn't look as bad. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
Now, obviously, everything gets fixed, and offense always looks better when you make shots. But our offense wasn't designed to where we couldn't afford to miss those. Now, Mike Brown might create a pace and a kind of offense where if we have an offshoot night, we can generate offense in other ways. That's what we lacked last year.
Wouldn't that be lovely?
Yeah. It's called, when the run game isn't working, you go to the West Coast offense, a short passing game. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
an extension of the run game. There's basketball versions of that. Something that caught Boston with their pants down. They weren't making their threes. They didn't adjust. By driving or making more twos. Who knows? I don't know. Live and die by your resting on your laurels. I don't mind when coaches stick to their belief system and what works. They feel it works, but you got to adapt. You just have to. I hope that's what Mike Brown does. And you were talking about you weren't a big fan of the coaching in summer league. Obviously, Mike Brown just got here. Like, how much does he influence? Do you think what summer league is doing right now?
Everything. I think it's everything, bro.
Okay, that's what I was just wondering if you think that he's actually.
Yeah, of course, because he's a head honcho.
Yeah, but I mean, like, they haven't obviously had much practice in what he expects and wants.
Right.
I do notice a quicker pace though, and there's a lot less one action stuff going on.
Right.
Now, I was discouraged with they still seem to be married to the one guy, Kolek, turning his back, dribbling and reverse dribbling and slowly bringing it up the court with no one coming up to help.
I think training camp is going to do away with all of that.
Yeah, I'm hoping so too.
Yeah.
You think it's too early to talk about who you think do you think that last vet men spot is going to be a vet, or think you might leave it open to one of these young guys?
Okay, so you worded that kind of in a strange way to me. Is the last vet men's spot going to go to a veteran or one of the? So if we're saying the last vet men's spot, then I'm going to say, of course, it's going to go to a vet.
Well, okay, let me rephrase that.
If you're talking about one of the two remaining spots, will it go to a vet and a young guy? Then I'll say it'll go to the young guy.
Right. Well, that's what we have money for a vet man and a second round man, I think, right? Is that what it was?
I think so.
So obviously one of those, I mean, right now, would we say McCullers the leading candidate to get that? You think he did enough in that last game? Or is he still a two-wayer?
I really like him, but he only had one good game in summer league.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa, let me rephrase. He had one great game in summer league. Right? He did have the other game was okay. It wasn't great. Right? It was a decent game. But it could have been better. I think he had like 8 fouls and like 5 turnovers.
Right. Who do you think the 3 leading candidates for the two-way would be if you had to make that decision today?
Definitely the for the 3 2-ways, I'm gonna say McCullough. And the reason why I gotta say McCullough is out of the 4 guys last year, Kolick is guaranteed, Huck Porty is guaranteed, and Dottier is guaranteed.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
And
they're full-time roster guys now.
Yeah. And so I really like I like Mo D. I really like Mo D, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh yeah, me too.
I would say Mo D, McCullough, and Dink Pete.
And the rest of them G League.
Yeah,
Guys.
rest of them G League guys. Yeah. That's what I would say.
I would like, or I would wish we had another guard in that 2-way mix.
It's not too late, bro. We did.
But those other.
Yeah, it's not like transactions are over.
Right. Yeah, it's just weird that. I mean, damn, flying here. Like that Grant didn't show me nothing. You know?
No.
Like him and Kolick are the only guards I saw in the summer league. So it's like, what are they?
I like Dink Pate though.
Yeah, I think he could be a ball handling, combo guard type of guy. But he's young, so that's good.
He is young.
That's something he can develop.
Yeah.
I mean, I see guys, undrafted guys, make rosters all over the league.
All over the league, bro.
When was the last time we had an undrafted guy play?
I don't know.
It's been a while. I don't think it's something I'm curious about.
It has been a while. Why does the undrafted guy concern you though? I mean, what's the logic behind it?
Oh, the whole obsession with draft picks that some people have,
Okay.
To me, being undrafted in the NBA is way different than it used to be. I mean, it was a time when, hell, in the NBA have like
you mean with the saturation of talent?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like we have, I mean, look at Beauchamp. He was just a first rounder, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And now he's already pushed down the, you know what I'm saying? So in this league, that's why when we talk about, our patience with, when we get mad about these 3rd or 4th year guys we draft, and then they still need development, bro. In the next year or two, you got about 100 19-year-olds that are just
itching for that spot. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, if I don't mind, drafting one of them guys, but you better be ready by year 2 or you done.
Year 2, you better be ready to rumble.
That's it, bro. That's why our patience for guys like McCullough and Kolick are the way they are. And guys like Deuce, like Obi, like we got these guys that, Deuce is 24, or is he He's be 25 in September.
Yeah, Deuce is a little old. Yeah.
I mean, we act like and we treat Deuce like he's still one of the kids, but bro, that dude in NBA age,
Yeah.
he should already have 7, 8 years in the league.
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of the 25-year-olds in our league is when prime is supposed to start happening.
Right.
You know, and when you still have when the word developing and still figuring out your bag and your skill set is in your conversation when we talk about you as a player and you're already 24, 25 years old.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be an ageist, but bro, I mean, don't get me wrong, there's late bloomers out there. It happens, but
Yeah.
those are few and far between.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes the late bloomers that we normally see are the ones that have always had talent, but either they were on a team or they were in a situation they just didn't get the opportunity
Yep.
until a certain time. Then all of a sudden they started getting a chance to play more, and they've shown what they can do. Like guys like Isaiah Thomas, he comes to mind where
You talking about little Isaiah?
yeah, the newer Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah. Yeah.
We always knew he had some skills and he was pretty good off the bench. And,
Yeah.
a spark plug off the bench, and then all of a sudden he was given the keys for a couple of years, and he was like, he was in the MVP vote in that 1 year or something crazy,
Yeah.
So like, I like the way I can see what Leon Rose is doing with some of these guys he's drafted this time or brought into the summer league team. I don't think. Well, number one, because of what I think they decided to do in summer league with the lack of the point guards and stuff, it almost guarantees me that this vet min guy is going to be a vet point guard.
Yeah.
Because to me, if they don't have someone like they're looking to another guy to develop besides Colett, they must be bringing in a guy. They have to be.
Oh, bringing back a familiar guy like
Right.
DeLon Wright.
DeLon Wright or something. Right?
Yeah.
So like, since I think they know they're doing that, they know their next need is the need and where the league's going. Like long jumbo wings with athleticism.
Right.
Who can put the ball on the floor, not afraid to shoot a three. And if you look at Kumo D, Luka, Dink Pate, they all fit that mold, in my eyes.
Hey, let me do this real quick. Hey, Thank you everybody for coming through and rocking with us, man. If this is your first time coming through, make sure you hit the like button. We're trying to get to 250,000 subscribers.
Yes, sir.
That's a very, very we're aspiring to a large number.
For the stars.
Every bit of help we get to get there, man. We appreciate you.
Yeah, man. But and even if you look at the quote unquote big men on this roster, Najee, Porty, Watson, they all have skills besides being a post-up guy or a rim protector kind of guy.
Watson is little, bro.
Yeah, Watson's what, 6'9"?
Yeah, he's not big like you would. He played, but man, that Drew Timmy guy was taking him to the basket.
Yeah. Kind of thinking now, I started seeing why Boston let him go. after drafting him.
A little bit. Yeah.
But I mean, excuse me.
Because he's not big. He's like a wing. He's like a big wing. And maybe Leon Rose did that intentionally.
Yeah. I mean, he's hit some open threes, in the summer league, and he's one of them. Just he could be a solid bench guy on some team. I don't know. He can't make this roster, bro.
Nah, he can't make this roster, bro. He'd be great for our G League. He'd be our great Jacob Toppin replacement.
Yeah. Like, he ain't even like we actually have an opportunity this year to actually have two-way guys that can actually play, man.
Right.
Like, before in our past, like, our two-ways are like, I don't know.
Dwayne Washington.
Like, I can actually see. I was surprised. Like, Diawara is better on defense than I thought he was.
Yeah.
Like, he's giving me like the Siakam kind of OG vibes the way he plays.
Oh.
Yeah, the way he can move. I mean, I know it's
I like the way you move, baby.
Yeah. But that's what. When I watched his highlights, it didn't do his athleticism as much justice. Like, because when you watch highlights, they don't show the whole run up the court sometimes.
Nah, it don't highlight the flow of the game.
Yeah, but that's what surprised me. The stuff that happens just before the highlight, like the things, like the way he moves, like, and he does little dribble, like the way he handles the ball, and those short passes. Yeah. Yeah, he's comfortable with. I'll put it this way: he's very comfortable with the ball. He looks better dribbling than OG and McHale does.
Yeah,
I mean,
and remind you, this is summer league, so
know.
So this is just summer league assertion, everybody.
Exactly. I'm not saying he's gonna put him in the rotation, but you know what? I mean, a lot of players. Like, if you look at star players in the league, very rarely are they a star and they're totally by themselves where the rest of the team sucks. Like, there's something to that when all the defense is focused on you. You can't ascend as much as it's like the thing that with Charles Barkley, back in the day when everyone thought he was pretty good in Philly and all that stuff, but let's face it, his supporting cast wasn't that great. I'm talking about after, like, Dr. J was gone, when he was a rookie and stuff.
He's talking about the Mitchell Wiggins, Dwayne Washington, Johnny Dawkins.
Yeah.
Tyrone Hill, maybe somebody, I don't know.
Yeah, like those Sixers. Like, he had no help. And, he was on Team USA. And a lot of people don't know this. Charles Barkley led the Dream Team in scoring and rebounding. And even Chuck Daly told Charles Barkley, you're the second best player in the world.
Yeah.
Barkley was like, no, he thought in his eyes he was better than Jordan. And he felt like when he went to the Suns and he finally got help with Kevin Johnson and Barley, Chambers was there. He was like, I'm going to go against the Bulls in the finals, and I'm going to show Jordan who the best is. You know, and he was an MVP pretty much.
I'm not gonna front. I think the Suns should have won that series, but man, they choked
Yeah,
the
they
the,
did.
the first overtime game, the overtime game with Kevin Johnson. Um,
Hmm.
was had my man wide open under the rim and didn't see him. You
Yeah,
like all you got to do is make that, and you don't even go to overtime against the Bulls,
yeah. But
right?
that,
Like little stuff that championship
hmm
teams have that non-championship teams don't have.
hmm that was the series for me where like Jordan just went to that place a couple times, bro. Yeah,
Yeah,
like 55, 46. You know, even Barkley was having some crazy stat lines in that
yeah,
series. But anyway, what my point is talking about that is obviously Mo Diawara isn't Barkley or anything, but
no, not yet.
when you put your, that's why I always complained about last year. I don't care if people think someone's ready to play or um, ready to help a team win or not. Like if you got four starters like we had, not to just throw away Hart or Mitch, but for that fifth starter spot, if you put in a Dottier or McCullough or Diawara or whoever, they're not going to lose us the game. You know, like they're gonna get valuable. They're gonna look better because they're not gonna have any pressure on them because those other four guys are gonna get all the eyes on them. You know, that's the kind of stuff we hoped for with guys like Grimes and
Yeah,
Quickly. Like we were hoping those guys we could insert them in the starting lineup and they would play well because they weren't counted on for as much. But now they did it in other places, but they didn't do it here as
right.
much. So my mentality with that as a coach is I hope that Mike Brown does that, has that mentality too. Like, what's the sense of having all these guys sitting on your bench and just sitting there in the 12th game of the regular season?
Right.
I mean, see what you got, man.
Why not?
It's not going to hurt. So we'll see. That's like you were saying the last time when I asked about we're not in a rush for those last two spots to put in concrete yet because I mean, number one, everyone's talking like it's a foregone conclusion that Marcus Smart's getting bought out.
They might keep him to keep that salary floor.
Yeah. So like I'm one that's why I'm wondering is that one of the reasons the Knicks are waiting as well?
That's interesting.
Because I don't think they're in a rush. I don't think it wouldn't be smart to smart. Yeah.
No pun intended.
It wouldn't be smart to say, well, let's just grab Ben Simmons, and then all of a sudden, the day after, Marcus Smart gets bought out, and we could have had him, maybe. I'm not to say I prefer one over the other.
But you like to have your options open.
Yeah, obviously. So I don't know, man. I just it's strange that last spot because for most teams, especially for us, that could be a spot that's like what do we care? He's gonna be the 10th or 11th guy in the rotation. What are we worried about? Not really. Like because for us right now, with where our roster makeup is, this spot we're waiting to grab might be the sixth or seventh guy in the rotation guy, because he might be our first ball handler off the bench.
Okay.
So this spot might be more important than we think.
It may, and the thing about it is the last guy signed doesn't have to be the last guy on your roster.
Bench. Right, yeah.
And you could just wait out Russell Westbrook.
Yeah. Because, like, the last guy that was brought into our roster last year, well, right before the season, was Cat. Yeah. Last year. Granted, it was in a trade. But,
yeah.
So, I know we haven't talked about this much, and I know we're leaning more towards Summer League, but I'm curious what's going on with this Mikal Bridges situation.
Ooh, interesting. What would you like? What would be ideal for you?
I think it would be amazing if Mikal Bridges agreed to an extension where he was making $35 million a year. I mean, that's me being hopeful, and I don't know how unrealistic I am hoping for that.
Very, yeah, that's very unrealistic.
When he can probably get 40.
Yeah. Why would he? Like, why would he sign for that? When he could just hit the open market and get 50, 53.
Right. I guess it comes down to not that Bridges is old, but this might be his last chance to have for that reason, the thing that worries me that he might be hunting for a bigger contract is this might be his last opportunity to get a big one. Because when this one's done, he's going to be 32, 33, right?
Yeah.
So at that point, unless you're Kevin Durant or LeBron James or Antetokounmpo or Jokic, you ain't getting another big contract like that.
Yeah, because if you're Bridges and the Knicks lowball you, right? If you're Bridges and the Knicks lowball you, you can legit wait out the Knicks. They'll probably trade you somewhere for a bunch of draft picks where you'll be the man again. Like they'll probably trade you somewhere like Toronto for a whole bunch of draft picks or whatever. And you can go there and put up 20 shots a game, hit the open market when the new CBA hit, and then be the first person to cash in on a free agent contract with the new CBA. And people will be like, Bridges ain't worth 4 years, $240 million. Surprise. Yes, he is. You didn't think Chet was worth $50 million a year. Surprise. Chet is going to get $50 million a year. Chet Holmgren is going to get $50 million a year. Chet.
Iheart's making $28 million.
So if you're the Knicks, you have to play this. You have to play this first of all, if you're the Knicks, you got to win a championship in order to keep Bridges. Right? Because if you start talking 35 and that man keep losing and he don't get a chip, y'all promised me something and I'm not getting either. I'm not getting the championship or the money. Why am I going to take a pay cut if we're not going to win? Right. So if you're looking at it from the player's perspective, if you're Bridges, you're like, yo, I love being here, but let's play this thing out. And the thing that he has on his side, coach, is you can't be like, yo, you better get the money now because you never know what'll happen. This man never gets hurt. So you can't play the injury card with him because he never gets hurt. So if you're the Knicks, Give that man, look, meet that man in the middle. Get that man 42, right? Be like, hey, you make more than OG, right? We value you, but the Knicks are going to be in. Think about being
Yeah,
in.
we need to be able to afford you some help.
Yeah, but it's not his fault, bro. You got Cat, you got Brunson, you got OG, you got Mitch, you got Josh, and you got Deuce. How much more help do you need?
Yeah, no, I agree with that. But my thing with that as a GM, especially in today's market and the way the second apron and the way the salary cap structure is, I'm my leash is about this short when it comes to me having to pay double digit salary for someone that has question marks in anything. Like if you making anywhere from 12, 14, 15, 19 million, almost $20 million, and there's question marks in your game, you got to go. It's about mid maxing your salaries now. You can't because nowadays you can get two solid younger players for $5-6 million each that are still in their rookie scale.
You could draft them and lock them into that price for 4 years.
Yeah, like
Even
why?
yeah,
That's and I know that's why guys to me like Mitch and Josh are on the hot seat because they're at a price point where you're worth the money, you're worth being paid that, but you gotta produce something more than you're producing. Like the things you are producing is nice, but Josh Hart's making a lot of money to be just a seventh man, eighth man. That's what we're talking about here. Everyone's already promoted
what we talking about, Coach?
Jordan Clarkson to be the sixth man.
I thought you was gonna say practice. I set you up to say practice.
And Yabusele. Like, them guys seem more important to our, what the direction our team's going in than Josh is when it comes to scoring and stuff. Like, I'm tired of seeing pundits and people when they talk about the Knicks and they talk about Josh Hart, they mention defense.
Oh, jeez.
Which I'm like, these guys watch a whole game of a Knicks game? Like, they talk about Josh being a defensive wing. Like, what game are they watching?
They ain't watching us, bro.
I mean, maybe Josh Hart is just that token. He's Richard Dumas on the Suns starting lineup.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They had Kevin Johnson, Dan Marley, Mark West.
I like Richard Dumas, bro.
Yeah, he was actually pretty good.
Yeah, I like Richard Dumas.
But like, we get in this mindset like all our starters have got to be all stars. Some Knicks fans, it's like they're not all going to be,
Yeah.
So maybe that fifth starting spot's going to be a situational starting spot, like as it should be. Honestly, a lot of teams don't have that luxury. Some teams got 2 or 3 guys they got to rotate. I mean, we should be blessed that we have 4 set in stone guys that can start for 90% of the league. Our Cat, Brunson, Bridges, and OG. There aren't many teams they can't start on.
Right.
So when we play Cleveland, hell yeah, start Mitch. When we play the Thunder, maybe you should probably start Mitch. Teams that go double big a little more or have some length, Mitch start. Against teams that have more wings and guard, maybe Hart, Deuce, Yabusele, even. I mean, who knows? I don't know. I'm just spitballing stuff. But to me, as the summer goes on, there's a lot of extensions being put out there, and McHale doesn't even sound like we're close. But we also come from an organization that doesn't leak much out there. Leon Rose keeps it tight. Like last year, that OG contract came out of nowhere, didn't it?
Yeah. You got to pay. Oh, they traded a lot to get OG, bro.
Yeah.
And that's for that reason, I think Bridges is getting paid.
Yeah, I just think they're crunching numbers right now. Like the decimal point, because, Brock Eiler, these guys, they do things to the dollar and cents. They put things right to the edge. They've been doing it like that. That Yabusele contract was that exact number for a reason.
Yep.
Same with that part I trust. When it comes to how much they're paying our guys, I trust our front office with the price point they live with.
Okay.
Because they know what they're going to have to pay Jalen one day. Still, that looms in the background. We going deep in the luxury tax, and there's going to be a third aping when we sign him to his.
You think so?
For Brunson?
Nah, I think they're gonna trade Brunson before they. I don't think they. I don't think they that loyal, bro. I think if they have not won a championship by then, they'll re-sign Brunson. But if we won a championship, then it will depend.
I'm just assuming we're going to win, so that's what I'm saying.
Let me flip it the other way. If we don't win a championship, I think Brunson's gone.
Oh, we blowing it up.
Yeah. I'll flip it the other way. I'm sorry, y'all.
Look, nobody, to me, no one's safe if you don't win. Yeah, I mean, period. I don't care who you are.
Okay.
But I think with the talent we have, the right coach, no team is perfect in this league. None. Not even OKC. No team is even close to perfect. The teams that win have the coaches that best hide the weaknesses of their team and accentuate their strengths. That's what good coaches do, period. Like, we're not going to get 15 guys on our roster that are lockdown defenders. It's not going to happen. Sometimes you got to give up a little on one side of the court to be even better on the other side. The best two-way players in the league aren't the best offensive players in the league. They're just not. It's impossible to do. But the closest guy to doing it is probably Giannis.
Right.
But he's a freak of nature. And, and really, they don't talk about him. Did he make all defenses past year? I don't know. I didn't look.
I'm not sure.
It's getting harder for him to do it. You can't be a 30-something point a game scorer and be the best defender on the team.
Yeah.
No one does that in the league. Name one. Even Kawhi this year, for the Clippers. You can
It's
say,
hard out here for a pimp, bro.
yeah, like really Harden took on he was the offensive point of attack for them last year, not Kawhi.
Yeah.
So you're talking Hall of Fame, future Hall of Fame players that in this discussion. And we're expecting friggin' our fifth starter to be that guy sometimes. Oh, you don't play. He's not good enough on defense. He sucks. You know, that's how some of our fans are. It's crazy. Oh, I don't want him. He can't defend nobody. Yeah, well, he give me 30.
Yeah.
He can give me 30 tonight. Let's just not all play. Let's not play a defense where he's got to be put on an island by himself all the time. How about that? It's called coaching. Try it sometime. It works.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, dude. Tired of hearing the narrative about Brunson and Cat being so bad on defense. Well, you know what?
Oh, coach picking a fight.
They're
You want to
probably
fight somebody, man?
no. There's no one's saying that in the chat, right? I'm not even looking at chat.
I was hey, man, we need to let Mitch. We need to get Mitch more involved on offense.
No, I ain't bringing Mitch up because that starts the fights. You're gonna have Ivory 10 coming in and Corey Lee. It's like the bat signal goes up every time I mention Mitch, like the Mitch signal. So
right.
say Candyman 3 times, say Mitch 3 times, and they all start rolling in. I ain't said nothing bad about it. Didn't even mention Mitch yet. You brought him up.
Right.
No. But no, what I'm saying is you got arguably both of them are 2 of the 3 best offensive forces at their position in the league.
Okay.
And you want them to play lockdown D? Come on, man. Now, I don't want them to be a traffic cone and just stand there and get abused. No one wants that. I'll be pissed. I yell at them too on the screen every time I see it. But you surround them with 3 other guys that can help with that load. That's what good team composition is. So I don't know. I say if Bridges is not signed by the end of this month, he's gone.
Nah, man. Come on, nah.
Yeah. That's
is that you doing that for shock value?
No, I'm just what are you waiting for? When you see some of these extensions that are being put out to people that are not as good as Mikhail, a lot of them that are getting their extensions. Some of them aren't even starters in the league. But then I'm not saying he should be getting extensions like Jalen Williams and Holmgren got, nothing like that. But when you see these guys starting to figure out, hey, it's a we believe in you mindset. Like, we don't know. Like, they could be talking right now. I don't know.
They probably are.
We might see a report tomorrow morning, Because that was a thing when, OG was technically a free agent. After we signed him, after we traded for him. And we were nervous for a couple weeks now, remember? And then, and we didn't hear any stories about what they were going to do. And all of a sudden, bam, OG.
Bam!
I'm hoping for that bam sooner than late because I just don't want that to drag into the maybes.
What are you afraid of?
It's not that I'm afraid. I just don't. I'm not a fan of the last minute. I want.
You don't trust Leon Rose.
What's that?
You don't trust Leon Rose.
Oh, I trust him. Like, I don't trust the no news is bad news or no news is good news like thing. I think just the no news is they like keeping stuff quiet.
They just like to be buttoned up, bro. That's all.
Yeah, but I think the longer it drags on, though, it means one of two things. One, they're not close enough on a number, and they're looking for valuable trades of worth, or
Not trading Bridges, bro.
I'm not saying they should or I want them to at all. But
Bridges, man.
if Bridges is saying I need 45, and Knicks say I'm sorry, we're only going up to 37, 38, bro. You're gonna be making more than Jalen Brunson.
See, the thing is why would you do the trade when teams already have the salary cap already accounted for, as opposed to doing it at the draft?
Because the kind of team we're going to be trading with is going to be in the same situation. It's going to be a salary match trade.
So why would you do a trade with a salary match team, knowing that you're not going to benefit anything?
Who says we wouldn't benefit?
In a salary match situation? In the case where you lose Bridges, you would like, because think about it. Who's gonna okay? So who's gonna trade you Bridges? Or who's gonna trade for Bridges or trade us a guy like Bridges that's not facing the same situation as Bridges? If you have a guy with 3 or 4 years under control for 3 or 4 years, and he's making Bridges type money, you want to keep him because he's already locked up. But if you trade a Bridges for another guy in the same situation, all you're doing is trading for another guy. You're trading for 6 when you already have half a dozen.
No, I'm saying that Bridges plus, like, you might be able to get someone above Bridges if you add Josh Hart's money to it or Mitch's money to it. Now you're talking a guy that's max contract, kind of almost. And I'm not saying that, like, that's the only scenario for me. There's only 2 scenarios I'm okay with letting Bridges go. It's gotta be someone that's a fringe all-star at least, and it's gonna start on our team, obviously, if it's a straight up situation. And draft picks got to be involved too, or a combo trade to make the money work with someone like Josh and Mitch, and you get a big name, a big salary guy, like a la Giannis or something. You know, I'm not saying I want Giannis, or that's just saying. I don't want Bridges to go at all. But if he ain't going to sign an extension, Leon Rose ain't going to keep him on his last year of his contract the whole year and lose him. Know that. Then it's a Randall situation all over again. So do you see the parallels between him? I'm not saying was as much worth to our team as Randall was at the time, but the money is similar.
No, he not. No. Bridges is more valuable than Randall, in my mind.
Well, I mean, that's a whole nother discussion. But
yeah, because
as far as the money,
there's no planet where a team was going to trade 5 first-round picks for Randall, bro.
No. You know, and then you brought up Mitch earlier. You know, he's another one that's on his extension year. Last year of his contract. You know?
Nah, they're going to re-sign Mitch, bro. They're going to give Mitch 3 years, $90 million.
Bro, Now you're talking black. You said it. You talked about this earlier, man. I'm sorry. As much I think Mitch is really good, man. But he's not worth $30 million a year.
I think we wilding, bro. What are we doing?
I mean, you can't guarantee anyone's going to be healthy no matter what. But
Right.
you can't give $30 million to a part-time player.
$30 million is nothing.
$30 million is nothing when you don't have.
Chet got $50 million.
Yeah, but he's got two other max contract players with him. We already have two max guys and two close to max guys. Oh, hell no! Don't mention my name and Trump's name in the same sentence ever again.
Oh, you talking about?
I was still on Kerry. He was messing with me. Like, and look, it's not saying if Mitch was a 30-minute a game full-time starter and I knew I can count on him for 70 to 75 games, he's worth 25 to 30 million to me.
I hate how you doing Mitch right now, bro.
That's a smart GM. If for someone that might get 18 to 25 minutes a game and might
Y'all do Mitch so dirty, bro.
might only play 50 games, you can't commit.
Might only play 50 games, man. Come on, man.
You can't commit 30 million.
Bro, OKC committed 53 million to Chet.
How old is Chet?
Injury prone is Chet, you said?
How old is he?
Injury prone big? Let me ask you, do you remember what Isaiah Hartenstein looked like
Chet
with us?
just won a chip. Chet just won a chip.
So did Hartenstein. You remember Hartenstein? What Hartenstein looked like his last few minutes, his last few games here? He looked like dog water. And that man got 29 million.
That was a product of what was going on in the team.
So it's not now?
In that same series, he had two double-doubles.
He had 0 points in a game 7.
Does he bring the ball up the court?
And I love Hartenstein, bro. Did I tell you me and Jay Boogie met Hartenstein?
Yeah. Told the story, the arm
Hartenstein has to be every bit of 7'8" tall, 7'8", bro. I saw that dude standing next to Allen Houston. He could have set his drink on Allen Houston's head.
And look, I'm not even going to go as far back as blaming Mitch for his however many. I'm talking about I'm a what have you done for me lately guy. And last year, Mitchell Robinson only played 14 regular season games, I think it was. What was it, 11 or 14?
He was dominant, bro.
I'm not discrediting how good he is or how good he was in the playoffs. I'm talking about how much he played last year for us.
That man getting 30 million, bro. Can we just give the man his 30 million? Chat, y'all need to stop playing, bro, and give Mitch his 30 million. Stop being haters. Y'all like, yo, you good, man. I love you, but I ain't gonna pay you. Nah, you can't. Nah, that don't make sense.
Mitch has a full season, because look, Cat and OG had some injury concerns coming in, right?
Right.
Last year, they showed they can. If you can play a whole season and play over 70 games with as many minutes as Thibodeau was playing them too, and you can count on him at this point.
I'm trying to figure out where this is going. Not you. I'm just saying the conversation in general.
You can't pay $100 million over. You can't pay $100 million to your centers in today's NBA. That's what
Duly
we
noted.
need.
Duly noted.
I mean, and I don't care about Dolan. I mean, Dolan don't care. Dolan will go as far past the luxury as they'll let him. I mean, he's our own guy, so we can go over to pay him. I get that, but you're tying your hands on bringing in anybody else ever. You gotta hope your young guys are developed. If you're doing the route we're going right now, better hope we win with what we got. Because you pay Mitchell Robinson $30 million, you're stuck with this team.
Bro, pay the man, bro. What are we talking about?
But I want to go back in the archives with you on your opinion on Mitchell Robinson. And you flip flopping on me, bro.
No,
Trying to get
I'm
guys
not.
back on your side.
I'm not. I'm talking. No, you know, I dislike the Mitch Hive. You know, I dislike. Yo, yeah, the Mitch Hive be like, yo, I saw Mitchell Robinson slap the fuck out of Superman, and Superman just put his glasses back on. You know what I'm saying? That's what Mitchell Robinson fans do, bro. Y'all know what it is, chat. Y'all know the line. Y'all know I really like Mitch. I follow him on social media, right? I don't follow everybody on social media. I follow Mitch, right? But when we talk about, yo, I saw Mitchell Robinson smoke a cigarette with Chuck Norris, nah, bro. Yeah, get out of here, bro. Y'all crazy, bro. Like, come on, man. Some of the stuff they be saying that Mitchell Robinson can do and what he's gonna do for the team. I'm like, come on, man. Mitch is a very good player, and we like Mitch. And not only did he develop as a player here, he developed as a person here, right? Mitchell Robinson that we see now is not the same Mitch we got on draft night, right? But when we say stuff like, man, I love Mitch, but Mitch is a $14 million a year player. That's what he make now, just about. How you gonna come up for payday and then get like a cost of living raise? Come on, man, you're an NBA athlete.
Bro, Kerry Cox. The fact that you're comparing Mitchell Robinson to Bernard the King, it just sums it up right there.
Nah, he doing it the other. He doing it the other way. He talking about me.
No, I'm saying he but what I'm saying is we worried about.
Oh, you talking about this one?
Paying Bernard King. No, the next one. We didn't want to pay Bernard King that money, and he left and became an all-star with the Wizards. Like, Mitch is going to go somewhere else and be an all-star if we don't give him that money. Come on, man.
And
Bernard King
knee was blew out, bro. He
played 1.5 seasons for Wizards anyway, if that. With the Bullets.
Yeah, that man knee was never the same. It was a smart move by the Knicks. They just did it wrong. They should have let that man walk earlier, but
see, you always do this to me with Mitch. Like, you put me in a position where, like, it looks like I'm hating on Mitch.
Nah, all y'all hating on Mitch, bro.
Like $30 million, bro. We can't pay that man that much. You know.
Yes, you can. You can pay that man that much, bro. What are we talking about?
Then
Mitch is our player. We're not getting him in free agency.
Bridges is gone. Like, they told you, all right, man, we can only pay Bridges 40 or Mitch 30.
I'm paying both, bro. I'm telling Dolan cut the check.
And Josh gotta go.
C'est la vie.
Josh got 2 years left, right? Look,
You remember that song "C'est La Vie" by Robbie Neville?
Say la vie, say la vie. Yeah.
That girl was in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my joint, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm not the GM. We'd probably be horrible if I was, whatever. But if I was a GM, I can live with myself I'd give Mitch 22 to 24 million a year. That's just being realistic.
Coach doing the most. Coach, we missed you, big dog. We missed these moments.
If you want me to scale it on how good his talent is and what I think Mitch can bring to this team, like just on a talent level and potential, he's worth 30 million. But you can't count on him. You haven't been able to yet, Freezy, ever.
Coach.
No one can argue with that.
Coach, you count on a calculator, bro. You count on an advocate. Mitchell Robinson.
I count on my eyes. How many times have I seen Mitchell Robinson has a losing record as a starter in the NBA?
Come on, man. Don't do that.
He does. Look it up. That has nothing to do with a calculator. That's just a fact. And I'm not saying Mitch is the reason we lost. I'm just saying he hasn't played enough. Like, he lost his starting job how many times? Nerlens Noel beat him out. iHeart beat him out. Whether it's because he got hurt or not.
See what I mean, man?
They didn't put him back in when he did come back. And some other guys showed what they can do when they got in his absence.
Yeah, I do Mitch filthy, bro.
It's not saying get rid of him. I'm just saying don't pay him $30 million. Just because
you saying I'm not kicking him out, but he can't stay here.
No, look, I got you. You're paying rent at the house. You're renting my room out. All right, you're only paying like $800 a month, and
only for a room.
Yeah, but you have access to the kitchen, all the bathrooms, the living room. You ain't got to pay
for a room.
It includes all your amenities and everything. Electric.
You live in Texas,
bro. You ain't got to pay $800. Bro, you can't get nothing for $800 a month nowadays. You lucky if you get a cardboard box for $800 a month.
I don't understand it, bro.
But that includes internet. You ain't got to pay internet. You ain't got to pay electric. You ain't got to pay water. You have access to the washer and dryer, the kitchen. You got everything. The house is yours except my room and the bathroom. You got your own bathroom. You can't ask for a better deal than that. But if I start coming in and saying, "Nah, you're gonna have to give me $1,200, bro," you're like, "Hell no, I'm out of here." That's like what you're asking me to do with Mitch. Like Mitch, let's go up, go up to about 900 a month.
Why every show I gotta defend I gotta defend a player, bro.
I'm not even saying get rid of him. I'm saying don't pay him $30 million.
And so in the chat, just sitting there, bro. Like, where's why is that?
Bro, we're talking about. He's already talked about.
Where's YZ at?
Otherwise, will give him $30 million.
Where's Ribs at? Ribs.
Otherwise, will give him $30 million in a lap dance here, bro. Come on.
Yo, come on, man.
He would trade Cat just to keep Mitch. That's what the Mitch would do.
Wow.
Because they care more about their own agenda than what's best for the team.
Not me, bro. I care about the team, bro.
Gary Cox, you on another planet, bro. You need to take that wrench and hit yourself over the head with it. Because that is the most. I'm just the opposite. Pat Riley's the kind of outdated mindset that keeps a guy like Mitch. Because Mitch ain't a modern player. Okay.
Now Mitch ain't a modern player.
No, you know what, Freezy? we got receipts. I'm gonna go back and find all the recordings of you talking about Mitch and what he can't do. And now all of a sudden I'm not saying I'm against Mitch. See, how does this turn? Man, you just get me triggered now.
I'm not trying to trigger
Let's just
you,
move
bro.
on.
I'm not trying to trigger you, bro. I'm not.
Everyone likes it when I get all animated and triggered.
No, I don't, bro. I don't like it because the conversation get sideways.
No, I think it's a great conversation. We got two guys that are on. This is a conversation that a lot of teams got to have about their players. You have two guys on the last year of their contract, and in NBA terms, that means they're either extension eligible or trade bait. And that's what we're talking about with these two guys. It's not like we're talking about things that are crazy. Now, when we start talking about pay, you saying Mitch should get $30 million is the same craziness as saying Mikal should get 50.
No, I didn't say Mikal should get 50. I'm saying Mikal on the open market would get 50 on the open market when there's open bidding for his services. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that man is worth 50 million. I'm saying if you ever make it to the open market, bro, all bets are off.
So what's Mitch's open market?
30.
I hope my GM, Leon, I hope our GM isn't smarter than that.
Okay.
I mean, how much was Kemba's contract?
That was ridiculous. The Kemba contract was ridiculous.
And we knew he was hurt, right?
Yeah, we knew he was washed. We knew he was washed.
So I'm not saying this because I think hands down, even though I said it while he was here, and I believe it, Isaiah Hartenstein, NBA champion, starter on an NBA champion, made $28 million.
Yep.
Mitch should make more than him.
Yep. Yep. I think so. For the next 3 years, absolutely. See, because the thing is, even though Mitch has been here forever, he hadn't hit his prime yet. Mitch has been here forever, bro. Mitch has been here for 7 seasons.
But this isn't a lifetime achievement award.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you haven't seen the best of Mitchell Robinson yet. That man is.
How many chances have we given him, though? We've given him the keys to start all the time.
Where did Mitch have that? You know what? How about I say this? How about Mitch ain't a starter.
No, see, you're making it. No, you ain't gonna make it like me wanting to get rid of Mitch or think Mitch is trash. This isn't gonna turn into that because this BS.
No, I'm not. I never said you said that.
But that's what it comes down to because the Mitch hive and all the people that are Mitch fans are taking me saying he's not worth 30 million as me saying he ain't worth shit. That's not the case.
Yeah, we're not. But we talking to the smart fans, bro. We talking to the smart, respectful fans.
Okay,
that's my assumption every night.
I'll give you that. But
that's my assumption every night is the smart, respectful folks are the one that we.
Then you're a better person than me. Because I just can't assume the average simpleton isn't that smarter in this country, unfortunately.
JM, don't do that. Look at JM trying to be friends with Coach, bro. Coach don't need friends, bro. Coach got plenty of friends.
Hey, he went lower than me. I said I can live with 20 to 25 max. Like he's going below. He's undercut.
Nah, man. That's what I thought when I first saw it. And then I was like, yo, JM is my man. I thought
See, JM's smart, bro.
What are we doing?
JM's a smart guy. That's my dog.
Yo, what the hell is going on out here? Yo, what's going on out here in these streets, bro?
That's
It's
JM.
treacherous out here in these streets, bro.
That's J Money. Stands for J Money.
Yo, we out here stealing lighters, bro. I can't even smoke a cigarette, bro. JM, you snatching lighters, bro? I mean, come on, man. Yo, oh my God, bro. Oh my God.
How many times did Mitch play 82 games with the Knicks?
He's a big. He's not going to play 82 games.
iHeart did it in 22, 23.
Oh, he did it on two sore Achilles also. Yeah. Remember that?
And the year before he left, he played 75 games.
Yeah.
Now, last year, he had that thing happen in training camp.
Yeah, bigs get injured, bro.
Yeah, but he played the 57, started 53 or 57 games rest away. And as a starter in this league, iHeart averaged 11.2 points, 10.7 rebounds, 3.8 assists, 0.8 steals, and 1.5 blocks. And you trying to compare Mitchell Robinson to that, bro. You just can't.
Those numbers I
Mitchell Robinson is a 100% better defender than iHeart. There's no contest. Okay. Mitchell Robinson is a better offensive rebounder than iHeart. Only by a little bit. I'll give him that. But every other part of the game, iHeart smokes him. And there's no contest. You can't. And I'm
trying not to say Mitch is worth 37.
And I'm only saying this stuff. And take the fact that iHeart was even a Knick ever. I'm only bringing up iHeart for the price point. He's a $28 million center in the league. That's what Freezy says he should make. So, in my eyes, a $28 million center in the league plays 29 minutes a game, averages 11 points, 11 rebounds, and 4 assists, plus can protect the rim. That's what almost $30 million a center does. That's nothing to do with my feelings. It's just the opposite. The ones that want to pay Mitch $30 million, they're in their feelings and making it personal because they want Mitch around that bad.
Bro, I'm trying not to say Mitch need to get 37. I'm saying 30 is a compromise.
Freezy, man.
Bro, I'm telling you, quality NBA stuff. Bro, impactful quality NBA starters make around 35, bro. That's the going rate. For quality NBA starters, that's what you're going to pay. That's just in chat.
Welcome everybody to Trolling Tuesday.
You don't have to believe me. Ask yourself this. Is Mitchell Robinson a better player than Jaden McDaniels?
Nope.
Is Mitchell Robinson a better overall player than RJ Barrett?
Nope.
Wow. Why is Mitchell Robinson a better, more impactful player than Jordan Poole?
Yeah.
Right? Like when Jordan Poole is on the floor, is he going to be as impactful with other stars as Mitchell Robinson? You could take Mitchell Robinson right now and put him with Luka, and does he make Luka Doncic's life easier?
You can say that for 150 guys in the NBA that make less than 30 million.
I understand that. I'm talking about Mitchell Robinson's overall impact. Right? I'll give an example. Give you another example. Right? If you would have told Indiana they could have Mitchell Robinson or Miles Turner in the finals, who do you think they would have picked? They would have picked Mitchell Robinson. That's why Miles Turner is gone for less money.
But look, Miles Turner, He is not as good overall defensively as Mitch is. He's actually, look at the stats, he's a better blocks per game guy than Mitch is. Like if you want to look at that stat, he's been doubling Mitch's blocks a game, Miles Turner. And it's not even a contest on offense. Now, I'm not saying I'd rather have Miles Turner than Mitch, but if you're telling me I can have Miles Turner for $25 million or Mitch for 25, I love you, Mitch, but you gotta go. You mean to tell me you'd rather have Mitchell Robinson than Miles Turner?
Yes. See, because here's the thing: in Indiana's defense, they'll test their teams will test Miles Turner at the rim. Teams are not going to test Mitchell Robinson at the rim. They're not. Because for one, he's not going to let you come to him at the rim. He's going to meet you halfway and force you to make a play. The game winner that Halliburton hit over Mitchell Robinson in game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals, that legitimately was the luckiest brick you ever saw in your life.
Oh, I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? But you know what he did, though? Mitch didn't back up and let that man dice him up. Mitch went to that man and guarded that man, and that man shot a rainbow brick that hit back iron, went 12 feet in the air, and came down through the rim.
Well, I'm not saying that Mitch isn't a presence.
Coach, I'm asking you, Coach, we switched him onto an all-star caliber point guard in the final moments of a game.
Obviously, that was the wrong move, wasn't it?
Well, clearly, because we didn't account for lucky bricks, right? We didn't account for that.
Yeah, but what about the 5 threes and Nate? Who was covering Neesmith on those 5 threes?
Or what about the play he made on Jason Tatum in the round before that? We forget about that too.
That's great. If that's worth $30 million
guarding Jason Tatum
for 4 or 5 highlights, defensive highlights, if that's worth $30 million. If that's the case, you know how many 30 millionaires we have in the league? If you want to go off some nice highlights that came up here and there.
Well,
and I'm talking to the man who the whole second half of like 2 or 3 games in that last series or 2, you talked about how Mitch disappeared in the second half in them games. Where was Mitch? You said it yourself a few times.
Well, Coach, tell me, Coach, chat. Tell me if you heard this before, right? Tell me if you heard this before or if this is brand new. Yo, Mitchell Robinson is open after every screen. They should get Mitchell Robinson the ball after Mitch is showing his chest to the ball handler. Mitch wide open. Tell me if y'all ever heard that before or if that's the first time y'all heard me say that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Chat, I'm talking to the chat. Chat, tell me if you've ever heard me say Mitchell Robinson is open on every screen and roll and they never pass him the ball. Tell me if that's something new. Right? So the thing is, when I compliment Mitch, we just sweep it away. And then when I say something about his free throws, we're like, you hate Mitch!
Well, that's what you guys are doing to me. I compliment Mitch all the time during the games when we're playing. But then when I say he ain't worth $30 million, it's a trash take.
Well, Coach, in fairness to the conversation, you do have to compartmentalize the topics that we're talking about. Just because it's a Mitch topic doesn't mean all Mitch topics go together.
Right.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so that's the part that I'm getting at. If you criticize Mitch during the game, you criticize every player during the game, right? If somebody does something good during the game, you know what I'm saying? You say something about everybody to do something good. Somebody say something bad during the game, you say they did something bad during the game. So I don't say that, right? I'm not criticizing that. I'm strictly talking to the point that Mitchell Robinson is worth $30 million a year. That's it. Because every NBA player is going to have bad moments, and we're going to point them out.
bro. My thing is that now all of the Mitch bitches are coming out of the woodwork now, bro. See what you started?
Coach, I'm not talking about his game. I'm
But
talking
it
about
comes
his
down to
contract.
that. With me, like I become the bad guy because I said he's not worth 30 million. I didn't say get rid of him. I said, if you mean to tell me you're gonna make me pay 25 million for Mitch, which is the same as Miles Turner, if I had to pay that price point for both of those players, I'm gonna pick Miles Turner out of those two. One, because of health. Two, because if you give Mitch a slight edge on defense, Miles Turner's offense is leagues ahead of Mitch's. So in that mindset, to me,
But we don't know that for sure, Coach. Look at the system they play in. Before Rick Carlisle got there, remember Miles Turner was a nice big that didn't rebound and could shoot the three if you left him wide.
He's still a double-digit scorer.
I understand what you're saying.
That can also block shots, is what I mean.
But I understand what you're saying.
But Mitch at the 18 million,
like his whole career with a pass first point guard.
If you're gonna ask me if I'd rather have Mitch at the 18-20 million dollar price point or at Turner at the 25 to 26, I'm gonna pick Mitch. Okay, I'm gonna pick Mitch at that price point. But if you're gonna ask me to pay Mitch 25 to 30 million, no, I'm not.
I never said 25 million.
Yeah, you said 30, which is even worse.
I'm saying 30 to 37, but I'm compromising at 30.
And you can be the president of the Mitch Hive that wants to pay him that much. I'm not. I'm out. And I'm going to stand on my mountain on it and stomp my feet about it. And people can agree with me or not. I don't give a crap. I'm not going to change my opinion for anybody. For you, for them. Just like you're not going to change yours.
We understand that, Coach.
I've heard many times where you didn't say he was worth that much. Why is he worth that much now?
Bro, let me make my basketball point instead of like I don't want to get into the gutter. I don't want to like get into the back alley stuff. From a basketball standpoint, Mitchell Robinson has not played with a distributing point guard. Right? Okay. Other bigs, when they play with pass first point guards, their numbers look phenomenal. Like DeAndre Ayton was playing with Chris Paul. He looked like the dude next up. Chris Paul left. That dude career down the drain. He went to Portland. Now he bought out. He signed with the Lakers. Go play with them. Right? All I'm saying is if Mitch had a Luka, a Trae Young, or somebody, not just that point guard, because I like Jalen. What I'm saying is if Mitchell Robinson had somebody that could get him the basketball, Mitchell Robinson's numbers would look different.
Elfrid Payton? Was it a pass first point guard?
Bro. Bro. I'm telling you. What I'm saying is we can't just go by, or it's illogical to just assume that every offensive system is the same and every player that plays in an offense is going to put up similar numbers and you can judge them by those numbers. You can't. It's illogical, right? It's like when we used to compare Randall's numbers to Sabonis, right? Sabonis is up and down the floor, whether it's Indiana or Sacramento, and Randall is in the slowest pace, and we're looking at his numbers like, I'd take Sabonis over Randall right now. No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. And that's what I'm saying about Mitch. You don't know what Mitch is going to look like in a wide open offense. You don't even know, and I'm speaking to the chat. You don't even know what type of athlete Mitchell Robinson is offensively because you've only seen him do one thing. You've seen Mitchell Robinson do one thing: set a screen, roll to the rim. Come back up, get the dribble handoff, dribble one time, and hold it. Let Josh Hart come to you and get the ball. Right? You hadn't seen Mitchell. You don't know if Mitchell Robinson has a 1-2 dribble dunk package because you hadn't seen it. You don't know. You don't know if the Gotham lob is still there for Mitch because you hadn't seen it. Because we don't throw the lob. Right? The thing is, you saw Fizdale, you saw Mike Miller, you saw Tibbs, and you never really got a chance to see what these guys can do, especially Mitch. All you saw is the cookie cutter stuff from Mitchell Robinson. You don't know. That's why I'm saying the thing with Bridges is we're down on Bridges, say pay him 30, and this team paid 5 first-round picks and pick swaps and think if he makes it to the open market, he's not going to get 55? Yes! That man going to get a max contract if he make it to free agency. He going to get a max because he that good. But you saw him smothered and devalued in our system and think that smothered down value is a true indicator of what this player really is. It's not. We got to give Peace a chance, yo.
I get that, but Mitch has been playing for 7 years already, and technically he's only been playing 3 or 4 years if you want to count all the games he's actually played.
Hey man, Coach, I just need you to listen to me, bro.
But he hasn't. Look, whether he had a developmental coach or not.
Did you hear what I was saying though?
Yeah, exactly. He
well,
was suppressed by the.
I don't think you heard what I said.
It was system suppression. In a nutshell. Is it not?
Yeah.
Okay. And
it's like when I hear people say, man, Emmitt Smith is a way better running back than Barry Sanders. What? Are you kidding?
But
what?
The thing is, the system isn't what made Mitch get hurt.
Bigs are going to get hurt in today's NBA, Coach. All of them.
I understand once or twice, but there's a point where what was the upside on Sam Bowie, on Ralph Sampson, on Greg Oden? I mean, come on, man. We're not talking about those guys. Bill Walton. I understand the injuries that happen to big men. It happens so many times. I mean, Yao Ming. But you're talking about those guys were generational level talent guys. And they were given up on for less. Just as, for missing the same amount of games as Mitch missed. And they were number 1 picks. And here we're dragging along a second round guy who's getting hurt all the time. And we want to give him a raise because he had a few good playoff games. Get the fuck out of here. I'm sorry.
Hey, man, cut the check, bro.
I'm sorry.
Cut the check, bro. You got Cash App?
We're past the 10-minute mark. My bad.
Cut the check, bro. You got to cut the check, bro.
For $30 million.
Yes.
I just look, man. I don't mean to play with.
Why do you hate Mitchell Robinson?
Play with Mitchell's money. Don't play with a man's money.
That was my troll question. That was my troll
I know. I know you don't think I hate him, and I know you know.
We're talking about just the contract. Just the contract, bro. Just the contract. $30 million. And give his 40 whatever million.
The New York Knicks are the only team that's going to pay Mitchell Robinson $30 million, bro. I'm sorry. Because that's the only team that's going to be able to justify paying him that, because we can go over, because he's our guy. So we can go over the apron and pay the taxes and all that stuff.
Smith is not better than Billy Sims, bro. You remember Billy Sims, number 20 from the Lions?
Oh my God. Yeah, I remember.
He blew out his knee. I used to like Billy Sims, bro. He went to Oklahoma.
Emmitt Smith, as far as if you went into a lab and made a running back, you know, he has some attributes, obviously.
Balance. His contact balance.
He's definitely the most durable player in NFL history.
Yeah.
Like, to play that position that long, that's just amazing. And that man played with a separated shoulder in the playoff game and
Against the Giants.
Hey,
how about the Cowboys?
There's no human being on earth that has the amount of mileage that Emmitt Smith has, because there was a time he had the high school rushing record in the nation. He had 8,800 yards. You know how many carries that dude had for that? He was the NCAA's all-time leading rusher at one time, and he's the NFL's all-time leading rusher. Boy, that man's got more mileage on him than anybody. I'll give him credit for that.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Is he Adrian Peterson? Nope.
No. Talking about dudes built in the lab?
Yeah. Is he LT?
No.
Nope.
If LT had breakaway speed, bro, he'd be the all-time leading rusher. And he had good speed. I'm talking about if he had that elite level. Yeah. I'm not talking about Chris Johnson. I'm talking about if he had that burst of maybe them guys that can get to the second level and break long runs, whoever it is you want to
play. But like, is Emmitt still top 5 running backs ever? Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you want to just ask me as a coach who the best top 10 talented running backs ever, he might not be in there.
You know who y'all sleep on, bro? And y'all do them dirty. And Chet, I know we talking Knicks, but I'm gonna bring up a name. He a running back out of Georgia, University of Georgia, a running back named Rodney Hampton. Right. Oh. And I know y'all don't remember who Rodney Hampton is. A lot of y'all are like Gen Z? Not Gen Z is not millennial. Gen Z, right? Gen Z come after millennials, right? Like for the ones that's like 25 and under. Rodney Hampton was that guy, bro. I'm a Bears fan. I saw the Bears have this dude wrapped up, 7 people have him wrapped up, and he drugged like 7 Bears 2 yards for a first down and like a meaningless game. And I was like, yo, this dude is special, bro. But if you're I think most of y'all are Jets fans anyway. So if you're a Jets fan, man, put your Jet stuff in the chat. Yeah. Tori B, what's good?
Hey, Tori B.
Coach, just real quick before we wrap up, man, because I think we got like a minute left. I just want to say something real quick. Hey, the summer league was awesome. I got about what I expected. Right, I got 2 breakout games. I got the young players looking good. I got a couple of surprises, and that's basically all that I needed. What you got, Coach? So we can wrap up and get out of here before 2 hours.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna hit the button at 1:59 in 30 seconds.
Right. Redemption game for Kolek and Beauchamp. Making me feel good about that DOR pick even more. I like the wherewithal of them bringing in Dink Pate as an undrafted signing. I think both of them might have a little future. And yeah, man, let's make sure we save our pennies, because we're gonna pay Mitch $30 million.
37.
And McHale 45, 50. You think you can't afford the Knicks tickets now? Woo!
Yeah, man.
It'd be $1,000 for the nosebleeds.
All right, everybody, we out of here. I'm gonna do vibes a little bit, everybody, right after this, right? But thank y'all for coming through, rocking. Peace, everybody.
I rank where the view is.